finally remembered that light spell. Okay, Lenore. Give me the rundown. How's the damage? 87%, huh? Well, it's not great, but it'll do for now. What happened? Terrific. Fine time of year for it. Veil between the worlds is getting thinner. Weather's getting colder. Days getting shorter. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna keep doing Vampire Month. Ah, shut up! Today we're focusing on a fairly new piece of vampire fiction. No, not Twilight. This is 8th Grade Bites, the first book in the Chronicles of Vladimir Todd. Picture this. Harry Potter meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The two stories decide to party hard together. Then, the next morning, part ways, presumably to never see each other again. Only one day, Harry Potter wakes up to find a teen novel in his kitchen, slugging back the milk straight from the bottle and claiming to be his son. This was the feeling I got from this book. The story follows the 8th grade year of the titular boy as he struggles with bullies, homework, a crush on a classmate, and, oh yeah, the fact that he's half vampire and someone is hunting him down. I'll be perfectly frank with you. I had a hard time getting into this book. It just barely passed my 15-page rule. Any book I read has 15 pages to make me interested. If, by page 15, I am not willing to continue, or I want to heave it against the wall and go watch paint dry instead, the book gets gifted to someone who will appreciate it. Preferably before I turn it into kindling. This book? Well, I wasn't ready to throw it at anything, but I had a hard time being engaged by it. Maybe I'm just too much of a girl to appreciate the plight of an orphaned teenage vampire boy. No, that can't be it. I liked Harry Potter. Maybe it's the obnoxious way certain names are used. Like the fact that the town's called Bathory, and there's another town called Stokerton. And there's a kid in Vladimir's class named Edgar Poe. The title character, Vladimir, of course, is a clear reference to Vlad Tepes, or the Impaler, Vlad Dracula. And Todd is probably taken from the German word Tod, which is spelled the same and means death. I don't really like the Sookie Stackhouse stories, but what happened to vampires with names like Arthur Smith or Miriam Brown? Are they contractually obligated to change their names to Dorian Wolfe or Lucina Cross? I tried not to be blinded by the rampant silliness. I love silliness in a novel, provided I come in expecting silliness. Comic relief doesn't count, that's a necessity in a serious novel. Maybe I'm too cynical to appreciate the name dropping. There are plenty of good points to the story. He does have friends and is, at first, as well adjusted as it probably gets for a half-vampire. Vladimir's Aunt Nellie, who raises him after the death of his parents, does her best to make him feel normal. The details of how she sneaks blood into his food to make it easier on him is rather cute, if occasionally a bit nauseating, even for me. Blood in Hostess cakes? Ew. And I do feel for the kid and his desperate search for answers about his family, especially when it seems that the whole world is working against him. He's being hunted by vampires, his mysterious new teacher seems out to get him. Hell, he can't even get a date with his crush. Been there, done that, got over it in a year. It could have been relevant for an older generation as well, people who have been through high school and struggled through a world and time where a persecution complex is practically natural. But I just wanted to rush through the book. It was dull. I felt cheated. You see, Vlad, by his very nature of being the child of a union between vampire and mortal, is the fulfillment of a prophecy. Sound familiar? Yes, I know. Nothing new under the sun. That's not the point. The point is... Ooh. That felt weird. Come on. Oh, that's just wonderful.
We'll be right back after these messages. And, once we fix the world.
Whew. Well, that was awkward. Sorry, fair readers, the issue fixed itself. Though I am kind of thirsty now. It's probably nothing, though. Now, where was I?
I'm not sure I'd mind the trope abuse so much if it didn't bore me so much. Okay, he's the chosen one. Okay, his teacher might be trying to kill him. Okay, his parents died for their forbidden love. Make me care. Please. I want to care. This should, by all rights, be a compelling story. This is the kind of coming-of-age story that bases its popularity not on the trends of the fiction market, but on the fact that pretty much every kid ever has felt like the entire world is out to get them. When I was in middle school, my favorite stories were the Meneley books from the popular Dragon Riders of Pern series. For a kid whose sole gift seemed to be singing, an outcast and a daydreamer, the story of a runaway musical prodigy from a home that never understood her and her triumph as a student of the craft performance in the face of bullying and disability was really the only comfort I had. This book, 8th Grade Bites, I don't feel that victorious hope. That feeling that, hey, being a teenager sucks, but that doesn't mean you have to take it lying down. I could be wrong. Maybe the rest of the series is worth the wait. But isn't the first book in any series supposed to make you eager to read the rest? Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone made a lot of people eager to read the other 6 books. The Hunger Games? Exciting enough to make people scream for more. Twilight? Enough people loved that to stick around for the rest. Star Wars: A New Hope? Let's just say we might never have had to sit through the travesty of the prequels if New Hope hadn't given us hope. Yet here, I see very little to make me run right out and buy the other 4 books of the Chronicles, and that makes me sad. I must be wrong, because there are 4 other books, and that's why I feel cheated. What am I not finding in this book that other people are? Make room for me on the Frelling bandwagon. I want to be one of the cool kids.
Maybe I'm just getting too old or something. Maybe I just can't relate to the trials of today's youth anymore. I mean, to someone who's 13, maybe Vladimir's story is just what the doctor ordered. Cripes. I really am thirsty. Let's see now. I call upon the element of water. Please, if it please you, grant my petition. I could really do with a nice, refreshing drink. Ah, excellent. My thanks to you, O element of water. It's pretty good. Thick, though. Salty, too. Nah, whatever. Well, let's rate this puppy. I'm willing to give this book the benefit of the doubt. I'm 26 years old. Maybe I'm no longer in touch with my inner emo teen. So I'm going to give this one a green star. I would have gone as low as a yellow rating, but I feel this book has potential, and who knows? Maybe the book has to be taken in with the rest of the series to be truly appreciated. That's all the time we have for today, friends. Join me next week as I put the final nail in the coffin of Vampire Month. Until then, I'm Jane Grey, wishing you a good book to curl up with. Hey, Lenore, think you can replicate that drink? I'm still a little parched. Come on, Lenore. Quit playing around. What? I drank human blood? And liked it?
Well, they encourage your complete cooperation. Send your roses when they think you need to smile. can't control myself because I don't know how. When they love me for it, honestly, I'll be here for a while. So give them blood, blood, gallons of the stuff. Give them all that they can drink and it will never be enough. So give them blood, blood, blood. Grab a glass because there's going to be a flood.